Hello everyone, this is Katie here. In this video, we are going to learn about English grammar topic can, cannot, should not. Can, which is also the short form of cannot, and shouldn't, which is also the short form of should not. They are actually the models in English. We use in different places. There's can't, cannot, and should not. In this video, we are going to see this. Let's see can and cannot. We are going to see in detail the use of can and cannot. Grammar. Can, cannot, affirmation and negation. Can, cannot in affirmation and negative sentences. We use can when we have the ability, time, or will to do something. For example, I can play the guitar. This means that I have the ability to play the instrument, or I can go to the store later. I have the time to go soon, or I can help you. I want to help you. We use cannot or can't when we don't have the ability, the time, or the will to do something. For example, I cannot sing. That means I do not have the ability or the skill. I can't go with you. I don't have the will to accompany you, it means. I can't travel until December. It means I don't have the time to travel because I am busy working. So this was the use of can, cannot. In affirmation, that means yes, and in negative, that means no. Can, the work which you can do. Ability, जो तुम क्षमता है कर सकते हो. And cannot, the ability of not doing that. जो तुम नहीं कर सकते हो, जो क्षमता तुम्हारी नहीं है. At that time we use cannot. We will see more examples about this. Now let's see further. Auxiliary verb can, positive, can't, negative. Let's see their use. Use can when you ask someone to do things. Use can when you ask someone to do things. Use can to talk about possibilities. Always use can with another verb. I can, I know to do something. I know that something is possible for me. In future also, how to express the future with the help of with the help of can, you see. Use can if you are deciding now what to do in the future. Now can, how to state can't, that means negative form. To form the negative, add not after can. To form one word. Example, cannot, short form can't. In this, you can see can and can't are modal verbs. This means that they are an auxiliary to the verb. Notice that they come before the verb. The verb will always be in the definite form. For example, I can travel in December. The same sentence in negative form will be I cannot, mean I can't travel now. For example, the next, you can see the stars. In negative form, you cannot, mean can't, hear the teacher. These are the examples of the left hand side. The examples which have been given are in the positive form of can, affirmative form of can, and in the right hand side the column, these sentences which are given are negative form of can, mean cannot. The positive sentences are I can travel in December, you can see the stars, all these things. And negative form, you can see I can't travel, you cannot, you can't hear the teacher, and so on. Can and can't. Parrots can't swim, and parrot is also saying no, we can't. It expresses ability. Can and can't also uses to express ability. Here we can see the statements and negative of using can. On the left hand side you can see the statements. I can write a letter, you can write a letter, he or she can write a letter, we can write a letter, you can write a letter, they can write a letter. And on the right hand side you see the negative form. I can't write a letter, you can't write a letter, he or she can't write a letter, we can't write a letter, you can't write a letter, they can't write a letter. Left hand side are statements and right hand side are negatives. So these are both the forms of statements and negative. You can see here. The main motive to give these examples to make you clearly understand how to use can and can't in statements and negative form. Now we can see here how to make questions and short answers using can't. You can see the question tag, can I write a letter? Short answer positive, yes you can, and short answer in negative form, no you can't. With that's mean in these examples you can see question and answer in short form by using can. Secondly, we can see can you write a letter? In short answer positive, yes I can. In short answer negative, no I can't. Then can he or she or it write a letter? Short answer, yes he can. Negative, no can't. Then can we write a letter? Yes you can, no you can't. Next, can you write a letter? Yes, we can. No, we can't. Can they write a letter? Yes, they can. And negative, no, they can't. Now, statements and negative, here also we can see I can write a letter. Negative, I cannot, or in short form can't write a letter. So, with the help of can, we can give short answers. Now, it is here to notice the verb to be is not conjugated, means it is not fixed, it is simply be. This is because after can and can't we use the infinitive of the verb. Also, the word can and can't do not change because of he, she, or it. It is simply can or can't. Here the examples given. He can go. He can't go by using s. He can't go, which is incorrect. He can goes. This is also incorrect. He can't goes. This is also incorrect. Then what is correct? The correct is he can go. This is correct. Now, a common mistake for students is to put the word to between can and the verb. This is incorrect. For example, I can to travel on Monday. This is incorrect. You have to say I can travel on Tuesday. This is correct. Cannot versus cannot. When you say that you are unable of doing something, do you say that you cannot or cannot do that? Both these spellings are acceptable and can be found in formal writing, and yet their meaning is slightly different. Users cannot is used when you say that you aren't able to do something, and cannot, that means when there is space, is used when can comes before the phrase not only but also. Now we will see the use of should or should not. We will see the use of should and should not. Should is a modal verb. After should, you use the base form of the infinite, that is equal to verb without to. Example, go instead of to go. Should plus verb, that is the base form of infinitive. Example, you should go now. Do not say you should to go now. So this is the use of should we have seen. Keep this in mind that should is a modal verb, and after should we should always use the base form of the infinitive. Now we will see here the use of should. First of all, to give advice, we use should to give advice, a recommendation, or a suggestion. This is to say that it is the right thing to do or the correct thing. For example, you can see these sentences. Does your tooth is still hurt? You should make an appointment with the dentist. I think you should study for the test so that you don't fail. Your hair is too long. You should get a haircut. You really should go to the new restaurant on Main Street. So here we can see that should is used to give advice, a recommendation, or a suggestion. This is the use of should we should always keep in mind. This was the first use of should. Now we are going to see another use of should also. Here, second and third use of should. We also use should to express that a situation is likely in the present. For example, Mary should be at home by now. Give her a call. He should have the letter by now. I sent it a couple of weeks ago. So in both these sentences, we can see that we expresses a situation that is likely in the present. Now third use, we use should for expresses that a situation is likely in the future or prediction. To forecast the future or for certain prediction, also we use should. Example of the statement you can see here, of the sentences of example should. They should win the game because they are a much better team. That means it is prediction, it is future that they should win the game. Why? Because they are much better team. They will win, but still we have predicted with the help of should. Now next, I posted the check yesterday, so it should have arrived this week. Now, you really, third example you can see, it should be fine tomorrow. Tomorrow has not come, but with the help of should, we are saying the prediction that it should be fine tomorrow. Now we can see the fourth uses of should. So should is also expresses an obligation that is not as strong as must. Sometimes should is used instead of must to make rules, orders, or instruction sound more polite. This may appear more frequently on formal notices or on information sheets. You can see the example here. On hearing the fire alarm, hotel guests should leave their room immediately. Next example, passengers should check in at least 2 hours before the departure time. Another example, you should never lie to your doctor. Next example, you should pay more attention in class. Next example, you should be at work before 9. So these were the examples which expresses an obligation that is not as strong as must by using should. All of the above example sentences can have must instead of should, making the obligation stronger and less polite. That means all these above sentences we can use must to give more emphasis. Now let's see the another uses, fifth and sixth uses of should. Should is also used was expected in the past but didn't happen. Should plus have a past participle. This expresses the idea that the subject did not fulfill their obligation in the past or did not act responsibly. You should have given your boss the report yesterday when he asked for it. Another example, I should have studied more, but I was too tired. So these were examples which expected in the past but didn't happen. That is should plus have plus past participle. We can use the should. Now see the sixth use. We should also use should for not feeling an obligation. How we will use should plus be plus verb plus ing. This expresses the idea that the subject is not fulfilling their obligation or is not acting sensibly. You should be wearing your seat belt. Here the person isn't wearing one right now. we should be studying for the test. We are not studying right now, and we should. Now we can see the seventh use of should. Sometimes should is replaced by ought to without a change in meaning. Note that ought to sound more formal and is used less frequently. The examples here we can see: you ought to study more, you should study more. He ought to go home means he should go home. They ought to stop doing that, that means they should stop doing that. In all these sentences, should is replaced by ought to without a change in meaning. Now we can see shouldn't, which is the short form of should not. We use shouldn't to advise not to do something, usually because it is bad or wrong to do. See the example when we advise not to do something by using shouldn't, should not. The examples are: you shouldn't throw your litter onto the street. That means it is not good to throw litter here and there. That's why you should not. Next, we shouldn't leave without saying goodbye. It is a manner to say goodbye. That's why we should not. That's why we shouldn't. Next, he shouldn't play with those wires if he doesn't know what he is doing. It can be very dangerous not to play, so we should not play with wires. That's why we have used shouldn't. Are you tired? You shouldn't work so much. Here also we should not work so much. If we are tired, here also we have used shouldn't, should not. Now the last example: you shouldn't talk like that to your grandmother. We should always give respect to our grandmother and elders. That's why we should not speak to them like that. So we have utilized should not. Now here in this picture also you can see should and should not. We use should and should not for advice and recommendation, should for affirmative form, and should not for negative form. You can see the examples also here given. If you want to pass the exam, you should study hard. This meeting is very important. You should not be late. If you want to lose weight, you should go to the gym. If you want to live a long life, you should not smoke cigarette. If you want to use your phone a lot, you should charge it. These are the uses of should and should not, which we have utilized to give advice and recommendation. I hope you have understood the whole video. So please keep on watching the video. Thank you.